All have a set of guiding principles, the preconceptions and generalizations regarding fundamental issues of one's life and of the entire world. No matter where we go, no matter what we do, we tend never to abandon our beliefs. These are things Prospector believes on Rock 107.
Reindeer are actually just really festive cows. Think about it. Ever seen a cow on Christmas? No. It's because they all get glitter bombed and fly south for the winter as reindeer. Rudolph, just a cow with a light-up nose. Elves are in the witness protection program. Yeah, they're like magical carpenters in hiding, right? They used to make toys for everyone. Then they got involved with the wrong crowd. Leprechauns. Now under Santa's protection program, working in the North Pole where no one asks any questions. The drones all over the Northeast? Yeah, Santa made them. Santa's employed them to make it easier to see if kids are behaving.
Well, now we know the reason he turned out the way he did. That was Things Prospector Believes on Rock 107. Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
The sequel to Wicked will be called Wicked for Good. I would have gone with Witch Please. I guess that's why I work here. Another Meet the Parents is in the works. It's a chance to see Robert De Niro do what he does best. Cash checks for inferior product. Keith Richards turns 81 today. I say it's time we finally give up trying to understand it and just give him the Nobel Prize in Chemistry.
It's 60 Minutes meets Gone in 60 Seconds. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107. Texting and drinking is never a good idea. We've all done it, and we've all regretted it. The drunken texts you forgot you sent. Prospectors collected them in Texticated on Rock 107.
From the area code 940, Denton, Texas. I was doing so well until I saw the eggnog. Reply from area code 512, Austin, Texas. What happened? Original texter. Let's just say Santa's lamp wasn't ready for me, and neither was the tree.
From 917, New York City. I made a gingerbread house. Then I ate the roof. Now it's a gingerbread studio apartment.
You hit send, and we hit the floor laughing in Texticated on Rock 107.
Nashville, Tennessee, area code 615, found a box in the closet labeled Do Not Open Till Christmas. Guess what? It's socks. I've been duped.
Mile High in Denver, Colorado, area code 303. I wrapped presents while drinking wine. Now there's glitter in my hair, and the cat is wearing a bow.
Proof that booze and cell phones don't mix in Texticated on Rock 107.
Elgin, Illinois, area code 847, spiked the eggnog a little too much. Grandma called me a heathen and then asked for seconds.
203 Bridgeport, Connecticut, accidentally said Happy Honda Days instead of Merry Christmas. I've been uninvited from family brunch.
Hey, we found him in your telephone in Texticated on Rock 107.
Former Rock 107 birthday bash headliner Joan Jett, Northeast PA's Classic Rock. It's a Prospector show. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate.
Kate, usually around this time we're spending time inside a woman's head, inside a man's head, trying to understand each other, right?
It's always a fun time, yeah.
The holidays are here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's spend time in something more important than us, maybe.
Like an elf's head?
Why not?
It's time for us to spend 1 minute in an elf's head on Rock 107.
Sugar plums and candy canes. I've got a million things to do. Workshop duty, toy assembly, and I can't forget about polishing Santa's boots. Now, where did I put that magical hammer? I swear it was right here, next to the enchanted wrench and the talking screwdriver. Oh, blast it. Maybe I left it in the toy department. All this work, and who gets all the credit? Santa! Kids write letters to Santa. Santa gets the milk and cookies. Meanwhile, we elves do all the work. What do we get? Nothing. I'd quit, but it beats making shoes or baking cookies all year long like those Keebler elves. Oh, those poor bastards. Hey, maybe this year Santa will bring back some cookies for us elves. Yeah, right. You know that tubby guy's gonna house them all. What a pig.
That was 1 minute in an elf's head on Rock 107.
So there's a minute inside an elf's head on Rock 107. And Kate, who knew elves were surly?
I was curious as to what they were thinking during this time of year.
I guess because they don't have a union, they get a little PO'd and things like that. We'll find out what the boss thinks. Santa, coming up on Rock 107. Just before the commercials, we spent a minute in an elf's head.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was not aware of a lot of that.
It's going to be odd to see how Santa responds to all that.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
It's Seconds in Santa's head on Rock 107.
Almost done for the year. One more house left. Great, no chimney. I guess I'll have to use the window. Oh, hello, look at her. Yeah, Mama, I'd like to climb down your chimney. Ho, ho, ho.
That was a few seconds in Santa's head on Rock 107.
Talk about an Irish wake. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate.
Kate, I came across this in the news. A funeral home in Ohio is going to turn your regular, somber funeral into a full-blown happy hour. Yeah, they're applying for a liquor license, so now you can mourn Aunt Betty with the spritzer in hand.
An Ohio funeral home could soon serve mourners in a new way. Alcohol.
Yeah.
Evergreen Funeral Home Cremation and Reception is set to open next year. They applied for a liquor license and could soon be serving people during the services.
I get a little nervous about the cremation and the alcohol part.
I know. Flips.
Yeah, that could be dangerous. But can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, we're here today gathered to celebrate the life of Uncle Joe. Grab a drink at the bar and there's some complimentary funeral nachos. I mean, you can just see walking into the funeral home and a set of tissues, they're handing out little cocktail umbrellas. You're trying to mourn respectfully and the pianist is playing Margaritaville or something like that.
Owners say that this is a unique twist on the celebration of life, and they want to change how people view an average funeral.
Well, I mean, look, I've been to funerals where I've had like the flask, you duck out, back and forth, but I've never been to one where it's like, woohoo! DJ spinning tracks, Aunt Betty's doing the Macarena or something. I've never seen that. I guess it is a unique twist. I'm just hoping they keep the open bar away from the coffin, Kate. You don't want Uncle Larry getting in there, getting tipsy, and jumping into nap with the departed.
We are redefining rest in peace with a liquor bar at Stiffy's Funeral Home. Celebrate life and death with a cocktail in hand, because saying goodbye shouldn't be dry. Bottoms up! Come raise a glass or a stiff one at Stiffy's, because nothing says closure like an open bar. Let's party! Stiffy's Funeral Bar, where good times live on, even when you don't. Stiffy's reminds you to please drink responsibly, even at a funeral.
I'll drink to that.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A woman from Virginia just got her Heathcliff lunchbox back, more than 40 years after she lost it at school. A plumber found it tucked inside the access panel of a wall. The school was able to track her down because her name was written on the inside of it.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
It would seem that way.
It's Prospector Show on Rock 107.
But Prospector, it's classic reward and punishment. You're good, you get gifts. You're bad, you get got.
You get got with coal. I mean, that's what Santa does. We've known it for decades, for years. When Santa sees a kid on the naughty list, that kid's getting coal. What about adults? What does Santa give to adults on the naughty list?
How about back pain?
That could absolutely be it. So we asked a question of social media. What do we got?
DJ said higher property taxes.
So everybody in Lackawanna County was bad, I guess. We're all on the naughty list in Lackawanna County. Okay.
And John said credit card debt.
I got one from Open Mike on the Rock 107 app.
What do grown-ups who land on the naughty list get instead of coal? Mandatory unpaid overtime.
Got one on the Rock Lines, Rock 107. Santa giving coal to kids on the naughty list. What do the adults get?
When adults are on the naughty list, they get spanked.
I think you're thinking of a different naughty list than I'm thinking of.
Well, they get spanked. This is Chrissy heading to work. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Chrissy, and settle down.
Relax, Chrissy. Keith from your Twitter said an STD.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that one. Got one coming in, texted, living with my wife, ex-wife, for a year.
Ex-wife.
Yeah, I get that.
I get it. Rob from your Instagram said probation.
That would be bad. On the naughty list. Well, if you're a kid, you get coal. What about an adult? What does Santa give him? Got one. Open mic on the Rock 107 app.
Hey, guys, when Santa puts you on the naughty list as an adult, you get more kids.
Len checking in on the Rock lines. What does Santa give to adults on the naughty list? Rock 107.
Oh, if you're bad, Santa gives you an extra wife.
So he turns you into a polygamist with 2 wives.
Really torture you.
Wow.
That doesn't sound that bad to me.
I mean, I don't know. I love my wife. I could take two Taras. I'm all right with that. You know what I'm saying?
Tom on your Facebook said New York Giants tickets.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Their season's terrible. I get that. We're going on to the Rock lines and open mic. You're on that naughty list. You're an adult. You can't get coal. What's Santa giving you? Rock 107.
I got it. The worst punishment one can imagine. N.A. beer.
Got another one from the Rock lines. Rock 107.
Hey, Dallas Cowboy season ticket.
Somebody said something about the Giants for that, too. Which one's worse?
I'm a Giants fan, so it's got to be Dallas.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess that would be worse for you. That would be like if somebody gave me Niners tickets. I totally get it.
I got you, man.
Yeah, if I got Niners tickets for Christmas, I'd be so mad.
Sorry, buddy.
It would not be a good thing. Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. Santa gives coal to kids on the naughty list. What does he give to adults on the naughty list?
Well, John Paul from our TikTok said drones.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather round the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
You've probably seen an elaborate criminal escape in a movie and thought, that could never happen in real life. Deputies in Washington state have arrested a man and a woman who were accused of stealing thousands of dollars in jewelry and then trying to escape on foot, by car, and by rowboat. So they were caught before trying to flight or hopping on a freight train. It all started on Tuesday morning last week when police were called about a burglary from a shipping container. Thieves had stolen about $11,000 in jewelry and were fleeing the area in an SUV. They crashed the SUV in a rollover accident. Then the two ran off before stealing a rowboat on a bay. They were using plywood and an oar to propel it, but it started to take on water. So they jumped in the water, swam to the shore, but the cops were there to arrest them. Police haven't said if the stolen jewelry was recovered.
Nominee number 2.
There was a multi-vehicle crash in Colorado just outside of Denver earlier this month. And when the cops showed up, the driver who was at fault was hammered and even boasted about it. An officer asked him how many drinks he had, and the guy said, I'm not going to BS you, bro. Probably 10. I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'm a professional drinker. The police department posted the body cam footage of this interaction, and the guy was smoking something during the discussion, too. The officer asked the guy if he wanted to bother trying a field sobriety test, and he said he didn't care. Police said a breathalyzer showed that he had a blood alcohol content of 0.326, which is more than 4 times the legal limit. He was arrested, and thankfully, no one was injured in the crash.
And the winner is
the drunk driver who caused a multi-vehicle crash and told cops he's a professional drinker. I'm not sure you know what professional means, but you are the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.